Long ago, in the bustling town of Ajegunle, surrounded by lush forests and flowing rivers, the people thrived on farming, trade, and their strong sense of community. In this vibrant town lived Kola, a young man known for his courage, Olamide, his loyal and cheerful friend, and Aliu, a skilled hunter who walked the fine line between bravery and recklessness. One fateful day, the town's elders called a meeting in the marketplace. Salami, the oldest elder, with a voice as steady as the river's current, stood before the gathered crowd. His presence commanded respect, and as he spoke, everyone listened. "The forest spirits are restless," Salami announced. "The crops are failing, the rivers are drying, and the hunters return empty-handed. Something must be done to appease them." The crowd murmured in fear. Among them stood Kosoko, the wealthiest trader in Ajegunle, who often boasted of his wisdom. "Perhaps we need to offer them a greater gift," Kosoko suggested, his eyes glinting with a mix of greed and apprehension. But Afiz, a quiet farmer with deep knowledge of the land, disagreed. "The spirits do not seek gifts of gold or riches. They want harmony, respect for their domains, and justice." The debate raged on until Fausat, a wise herbalist, stepped forward. "The spirits have sent warnings in dreams," she revealed. "They demand a quest, a journey to their sacred grove to restore balance. Only the brave and pure of heart can succeed." The crowd turned to Kola, whose reputation as a fearless and kind-hearted young man had spread far and wide. "Kola," Salami said, "will you lead this quest?" Kola hesitated but felt a deep sense of duty. He nodded, his voice steady. "I will go, but I cannot do it alone." From the crowd, Olamide stepped forward. "Where you go, I go, my friend." Aliu followed, gripping his hunting spear. "Count me in. The forest holds no fear for me." Kosoko, eager to protect his wealth, added reluctantly, "I will come as well. My wisdom will guide us." Fausat handed them a pouch of enchanted herbs. "These will protect you from the spirit's wrath, but use them wisely." As the group prepared to leave, Kunle, a blacksmith, offered them sturdy weapons, and Ajegunle, the village's storyteller, gave them words of encouragement. "Remember," Ajegunle said, "courage and unity are your greatest tools." The group set out at dawn, the sun casting golden rays over the horizon. The forest loomed ahead, its dense canopy hiding untold secrets. Chamabi, a guide familiar with the forest's paths, joined them, along with his brother Chabiz, who carried provisions. Their cousin Kelechi, a skilled tracker, also accompanied them, completing the diverse team. The forest was alive with whispers, the wind rustling the leaves as if the spirits were watching. As they ventured deeper, strange occurrences began. Birds fell silent, shadows shifted unnaturally, and the air grew thick with tension. Their first test came at the River of Echoes, where they met the water spirit. It appeared as a shimmering figure, neither man nor woman, and spoke with a voice like flowing water. "Who dares cross my river?" it demanded. Kola stepped forward, bowing respectfully. "We seek to restore harmony between our people and the spirits." The water spirit's gaze pierced them. "Prove your sincerity. Answer this riddle. I am not alive, yet I grow. I do not breathe, yet I need air. What am I?" The group pondered the riddle. Kosoko, eager to impress, blurted, "Gold." The spirit frowned. "Wrong." Fausat whispered to Kola, "It's fire." "Say it." Kola spoke confidently, "You are fire." The water spirit smiled. "You may pass. But beware, your greatest challenges lie ahead." As the group continued, they faced trials that tested their unity. In one instance, Alia's recklessness nearly led them into a trap set by forest spirits disguised as helpless villagers. Kelechi's sharp instincts saved them, but tensions rose. "You almost got us killed," Chamabi shouted at Aliu. "I was trying to help," Aliu retorted. Kola intervened, reminding them, "We must stay united or we will fail." But their greatest test of trust came when they stumbled upon a treasure hidden in the forest, a chest filled with gold and jewels. Kosoko's eyes lit up with greed. "We should take this back to the village." Olamide shook his head. "This is not ours to take. It's a trap." Kosoko refused to listen and reached for the chest. Suddenly, the ground beneath him gave way, revealing a deep pit. He clung to the edge, shouting for help. Kola and Aliu pulled him to safety, but Kola's voice was stern. "Your greed almost cost us our lives. Let this be a lesson." Finally, they reached the sacred grove, a place of otherworldly beauty. The air shimmered with magic, and the trees seemed alive. In the center stood a great stone altar, where the forest spirit awaited them. It was a towering figure made of roots and vines, its eyes glowing with ancient wisdom. "You have come far," the forest spirit said. "But to restore balance, you must make a great sacrifice." "What kind of sacrifice?" Kola asked. "One of you must offer your most cherished possession." The group fell silent, each person grappling with the weight of the request. Olamide stepped forward, holding his father's treasured amulet. "This has been in my family for generations, but I give it freely." The forest spirit accepted the offering, and the grove lit up with a golden glow. "You have proven your worth. Balance is restored." The journey back to Ajegunle was filled with joy and reflection. The forest seemed less ominous, its whispers now songs of gratitude. When they returned to the village, the crops flourished, the rivers flowed, and the people rejoiced. Kola and his companions became legends, their story told by Ajegunle for generations. Ajegunle thrived, not because of wealth or power, but because its people learned the value of unity, courage, and selflessness. The villagers of Ajegunle welcomed the group as heroes, celebrating their return with a grand festival. Drums echoed across the town, and laughter filled the air. Salami, the elder, stood before the people and proclaimed, "Kola and his companions have saved our village. Let us honor their courage and learn from their unity." For weeks, the people lived in harmony, tending to their crops, sharing their harvests, and respecting the spirit's domains. But peace was fragile, and some hearts still harbored shadows of greed and jealousy. Kosoko, though humbled by the journey, could not forget the gold they had seen in the forest. His mind churned with plans to return and claim the treasure for himself. One moonless night, Kosoko gathered a few like-minded men, a Fez, Aliu, and a reluctant Kunle. "That treasure is our key to wealth," Kosoko whispered. "Why should the spirits keep it hidden? We'll take it quietly." Kunle hesitated. "The spirits spared us once. What if they don't show mercy again?" "Don't be a coward," Aliu snapped. "We survived the first time, didn't we?" Blinded by greed, they set off, sneaking into the forest under the cover of darkness. But the forest, no longer their ally, seemed to sense their intentions. The air grew colder, and shadows danced menacingly among the trees. Strange whispers echoed around them, mocking and warning. Suddenly, the ground beneath a Fez crumbled, revealing a pit of thorny vines. He screamed as the vines wrapped around his legs, pulling him deeper. "Help me," he cried. Kosoko froze, paralyzed by fear, while Kunle and Aliu tried to pull a Fez out. From the shadows emerged the water spirit, its voice cold and unforgiving. "You were warned not to return. We meant no harm." Kosoko pleaded, but the spirit's gaze silenced him. The forest spirits demanded a price for their trespass. A Fez was spared but left with scars that never healed, a reminder of his greed. The men fled back to the village, their dreams of riches shattered. News of their foolishness spread quickly, and the people shunned them, vowing to uphold the lessons of unity and respect. Kola, now seen as a leader in the village, was burdened with the task of maintaining peace. He sought advice from Salami and Fausat, who warned him of growing unrest among the younger villagers. Many, inspired by Kosoko's failed attempt, began questioning the spirit's authority. "We must educate them," Fausat said. "If we let ignorance fester, it will lead to rebellion." Kola gathered the villagers and shared the story of their journey, emphasizing the importance of unity, respect, and humility. Olamide and Chamabi supported him, organizing community activities to rebuild trust and harmony. But not everyone was willing to listen. Chabiz, emboldened by his brother Kalechi's skills as a tracker, began spreading dangerous ideas. "Why should we fear the spirits? We are stronger together. If we rise against them, we can claim the forest's treasures for ourselves." Kola confronted Chabiz, urging him to reconsider. "Your pride will lead us to ruin. The spirits are not our enemies, they protect the balance of life." But Chabiz was stubborn, and his words sowed seeds of doubt among the people. One night, a powerful storm swept through Ajegunle, uprooting trees and destroying homes. The villagers saw it as a sign of the spirit's anger, but Chabiz claimed it was a natural occurrence. "This storm proves nothing," he shouted. "We must take control of our destiny." Fausat warned Kola, "Chabiz's rebellion will lead to disaster. You must act quickly." Kola, Olamide, and their closest allies, including Chamabi and Kalechi, devised a plan to restore order. They invited the villagers to a council meeting, where they would decide how to address the growing unrest. At the meeting, Chabiz argued passionately for independence from the spirits. "We have relied on them for too long. It is time to build our future without fear. Kola listened calmly, then spoke with conviction. The spirits are not our chains, they are our guardians. Without them, this land would wither, and we would have no future to build. We must honor their wisdom. His words resonated with many, but Chibiz and his followers remained defiant. The village was now divided, and tensions threatened to tear it apart. To heal the rift, Kola decided to undertake one last journey to the sacred grove. "I will ask the spirits for guidance," he announced. "But I need companions who are willing to face the truth, no matter how difficult." Surprisingly, Chibiz volunteered, hoping to prove himself right. Olamide, ever loyal, joined as well, along with Fausat and Ajegunle. Together, they ventured into the forest once more. This time, the journey was even more perilous. The forest seemed alive with anger, testing their resolve at every turn. At one point, they encountered a massive serpent blocking their path. Chibiz wanted to fight it, but Fausat stopped him. "Violence will only make it stronger. We must find another way." Working together, they used Fausat's herbs to calm the serpent, allowing them to pass. Slowly, Chibiz began to see the wisdom in Kola's approach. When they reached the sacred grove, the forest spirit appeared, its voice filled with sorrow. "Why have you returned? Have my lessons been forgotten so soon?" Kola knelt before the spirit. "Great One, we come seeking your guidance. Our village is divided, and we fear for its future." The spirit looked at Chibiz, who lowered his head in shame. "Do you now understand the folly of pride and greed?" it asked. Chibiz nodded. "I see now that our strength lies not in defying you, but in respecting the balance you maintain." The forest spirit smiled. "You have learned the most valuable lesson of all, humility. Go back to your village and teach them what you have learned." Before they left, the spirit gave them a gift, a single seed. "Plant this in the center of your village. It will grow into a tree that will remind your people of the balance between man and nature." Upon their return, Kola and his companions planted the seed in the village square. Within days, it sprouted into a magnificent tree, its branches stretching toward the sky. The villagers marveled at its beauty and saw it as a symbol of hope. Chibiz, now humbled, became one of Kola's strongest allies, using his influence to unite the people. Under Kola's leadership, Ajegunle flourished, not through wealth or power, but through unity, respect, and wisdom. The story of the Tree of Unity was passed down for generations, a reminder that true strength lies in humility and harmony. Please, if you love this video, do well to subscribe in my YouTube channel. It gives me more strength to create more video like this.